Yeah, what is it? Giovanni, oh yeah, here's the place. I haven't met you before. Are you a family? Member of the family? Is that right? Hell of a family to be born into or married into or both. You have an invitation with you?
Yes, what is it? She'll be fine after I get a pot of coffee in her. I'll keep it in mind, but we're expected inside. Excuse me. I'll keep it in mind, but we're expected inside. Excuse me.
Yeah, what is it? Giovanni. Huh? Yes. Oh, yes. Caviar and champagne, darling. You know how these things are. Got my invitation right here, love. Did I just say I have an invitation? If I did, yeah, I have an invitation. My husband he is a big, tough guy. So you can kiss my ass, fella. My husband is a...
Sorry, you can't come in here right now. Sorry, you can't come in here right now.
You have invitation. Family reunion tonight. Invitation only. You have no invitation, can't go in. Apologies. I think you okay go in and have a wonderful time.
Might as well be a costume party. Everyone's smiling, pretending this isn't a pageant put on by the patriarch of this family. Fine. But this is a contest, and I came to win. If you don't even know about the contest, then you really don't have to worry about winning it. Mira Giovanni. They gather us up here to decide just who's the best and brightest that this generation is. The lucky few are given the real power in this family, but some of us need to win more than others. Oh, forget it. You wouldn't understand. Uncle Bruno. Since I was a kid, he's been the patriarch of this family, except he hasn't aged a day. I met with a senator from Massachusetts who asked me if I was related to Bruno Giovanni. Said Uncle Bruno helped him with his first campaign, back in 1950. We've all heard the rumors. The core of our family, they never age. They're secretive. Whispers of blood magic and a kiss. Whatever it is, they pick the very best of us for it. I'd do anything to be picked. I've made some errors in judgment, but I've lobbied hard for this family's interests. What? Forget it. I'm not saying anything about that. I just met you. I like you, but I can't tell anyone. It's too personal. Sometimes you do things you regret. And if someone here found out, they'd use it to destroy my chances at the family ever letting me into their inner circle. You couldn't possibly understand. You know, why don't we just forget this conversation altogether? I've had a little too much to drink and I've said more than I wanted to.
What? Oh, sure. You know Uncle Bruno. Family events. Ugh. How many more of these do we have to attend before we're taken seriously? I mean, honestly. They're pitting us against our own flesh and blood for the privilege of joining the power clique. All you hear is, what have you done? How much did you make? Who do you know? You can't tell anyone anything, because they might use it against you. The heart says no, but the businessman in me tells me to smear them into the ground. I guess I would. And I know they'd probably do the same. Yeah, I guess I would. I don't even know who you are. I'm Chris Giovanni, by the way. Call me paranoid, but how do I know I can trust you? You go first. If it's anything like mine, I'll tell you what's bothering me. Really? In this family, that kind of thing can get you excommunicated if you're not careful. Well, all right. You want to know what's on my mind? I'll tell you. I found out a few months ago. My mother had an affair before I was born. Turns out my father isn't a Giovanni at all. My real father is this writer named Michael Avalon. If anyone found out, well, I might never rise up in this family.
Hey there, Adam Dunser. I don't think we've met. You are? Victor, pleasure to meet you. What line of work are you in? Myself, I'm an investment banker. great business, a lot of potential. For example, I got the inside track on this company right now. And let me tell you, when this company goes public, everyone's going to wish they had a piece of it. Well, I know somebody at the company, and that's what they call insider trading. I could lose my job for that. Well, it's a biotech firm. You know, they're working on growing replacement organs. Really fascinating technology. In a couple of years, I bet everyone will be going to them for parts. I figure an investment of $50,000 could be easily tripled in 5 years. Do you have cash? Credit? We could set it up over the phone right now. You'd really be helping me out a lot, and making a tidy profit to boot. It's just that business is a little slow lately, but you know how the economy is. It goes down, but it'll shoot right back up again. And this is the horse to bet on, I guarantee it. Most people here, they've got cash they don't know what to do with. And if one of us falls on hard times, don't you think as family, they're obligated to help him out? Besides, I get the kiss tonight. Everyone will be investing with me. In fact, if I could ensure my place at the grown-ups table by, say, drawing some attention away from my financial shortcomings, I'd be guaranteed the kiss. Know any dirt about the others I could use? I can't pay you, but I got this watch and this ring.
Hi, I don't think we've met before. Nadia Milliner. It's a pleasure to meet you, Victor. Are you from the Chicago Rossellini's? Oh, you must give my regards to Great Aunt Frances when you get back. I stayed with her last time I was out that way. She was very sweet to me. I'm working on my master's out here. I'm from back east. The Giovannis have been nice enough to let me stay here while I finish up my studies. I've learned a great deal from them, like you wouldn't believe. I really can't say much about that. Oh, forget about it, really. It's nothing. Okay, I'll show you something, but you can't tell anyone. Promise? Follow me. Come on. You know what they do in this room? Mm-hmm. Know what they do with the corpses? I shouldn't do this, but why don't I show you? Gets pretty weird from here. Don't say I didn't warn you. Oh, and be ready to run. You'll understand when it happens. Follow me. happening? They're coming to get us.
Oh my gosh, we've got to get out of here.
Kindred, your presence here violates the agreement between our leaders. Leave now, or face the consequences of your actions. There is an alliance between your leader LaCroix and Mistress Ming Zhao. You violate the agreement. If you do not leave, We are not responsible for your death. We'll give you one more chance to leave this place and keep your life. You will go? The time for decisions has passed. We channel others accept your graciously.
My Wunderkind returns. In my entire court, I knew there was only one who could have succeeded in this task. Finally, the Ankaran sarcophagus is ours. Come, I've granted Beckett's request to study and document all the markings of the sarcophagus. You've met Beckett, haven't you? Let's go take a look inside and see what the commotion around the city has really been all about. What? Preposterous! No kindred would trust them, nor would they trust us. Did Jack tell you that? Because it sounds like you've been taken for a fool. And you believed them. They've been trying to take over LA for years. It's a ruse, a falsehood, spread to undermine my rule and turn kindred against each other, thin our ranks. They are duplicitous, evil creatures. Did they not try to kill you? Insurance. They lied to you in case you lived through the encounter. They hoped to create dissension in the ranks, rumors. It's a trick older than you or I. What have you assessed so far?
Unfortunately for the Heralds of Doom, it appears we won't be opening Pandora's box. The markings, as far as I can tell, are of Assyrian origin. An extraordinary piece, but nothing earth-shattering.
I see. Then there is no good reason why we shouldn't open it. Won't budge. Beckett, Do you see any mechanism for the lid?
I haven't as yet had a chance to pore over it with my fine-tooth comb. I think I have one in my bag.
Why won't it open, Beckett? And you, I thought you said it looked as if it had been opened on the Dane. I want it open! You and Beckett, figure out a way to open it. I need to know what's inside. I have other matters to attend to. Come get me when a solution has been found.
Ah, the depths to which I'll sink to prove others wrong. The young ones get so temperamental. Fortunately for Sebastian, is it? I'd already made up my mind to open the sarcophagus, if only to show the city that Gehenna, contrary to popular belief, has not begun. In the last few seconds, I've had very few epiphanies. I may be old, but I didn't build it. How knowledgeable are you on ancient Assyrian funerary constructs? Fortunately for us, I know of someone who has distinguished himself in this field. No. His name is Dr. Ingvar Johansen, a professor of archaeology from Norway. He was the one responsible for finding the sarcophagus, and as far as I know, the only authority on its origin and design. Until yesterday, he could have been found in his suite at the Empire Hotel downtown. But when I stopped by earlier this evening, all I found was spilt coffee on a morning paper. Appears he's been abducted. Where's the fun, without complications? I detected the scent of myrrh incense, which is usually burned in monasteries. Also, I found beach sand in part of a muddy footprint. Putting two and two together, I located a monastery near a beach in Malibu, where I believe hunters are holding Johansen captive. Actually, there were 2 hunters on the roof of the building opposite the hotel who were positively delighted to tell me everything they knew, provided I stopped dangling them headfirst over the side. The hunters abducted Dr. Johansen for his own protection, or at least that's how they've justified it. He's being held by the Society of Leopold and used, quite ingeniously, as bait for Prince LaCroix's minions. Sebastian mentioned you ran into one of the hunters from the Society of Leopold some time ago. They're so secret a church organization, I don't even think they know if they exist. But essentially, they're murderers for Christ, or some such deity. You'll have to go to the monastery and find a way into the tunnels beneath where the hunters are holding Johansen. I'm afraid I can't accompany you, but then it's best you go alone. Too many of us might set them off, like fundamentalists on contrary opinion. I wouldn't recommend walking. Certainly Sebastian's already provided cab fare. I'm sure he always spares no expense when archaeology is at stake. Excellent. The Society, for the most part, knows very little about us, but they do know how to kill and torture us, and that's enough. Also, some of them exhibit powers that can make them quite formidable. Best not to announce yourself. Well, if we open it up and the world ends, then yes. If we open it up and the world does not end, then no. I'd wager the latter. How any sane kindred could think these poor unfortunates are an immediate threat to us is absurd. Most were afraid, or at the very least uneasy around me. Tragic. Their desperation could very well hold the spark of revolution, however. I've said quite a lot about myself already. I know even less about you than you do me. Why don't you tell me about yourself? Then I'll let you in on a little secret. Beckett may not be the name I was born with. Events always seem to unfold wherever I go, like Chicago a few years ago. Oh, it's a bother to explain. Either I'm pursuing fate, or it's got a bone to pick with me. Unless you've got further questions, I'd really like to get back to looking at the sarcophagus. Remember, Dr. Johansson is an innocent. He has no idea we actually exist. Try not to put the idea in his head.
Yeah, you go right on up and see Mr. LaCroix.
Yes. Yes, this is genuine and of use to me. There is something resonating from it. A whisper. I will give you this in trade. It is known as the odious chalice. It swells with spilled blood and offers its bloat to its owner. Yes. The Voce del Morte. The Giovanni never willingly share their secrets, and I've had little success infiltrating their strongholds. How did you obtain this? It will take some time to translate and unlock the secrets of this. I will have to move on from the city to evade any Giovanni seeking it. Take this. This will complete the terms we agreed to, and I think it is adequate compensation. It is the key of Alamut. It instills dread in those that would harm you, and makes it harder for them to strike you. Make no mistake, our dealings do not make us allies. If indeed we meet again, do not ask me for any favors. I will give you this final advice, however. Leave this city. These are its final nights. Discord looms heavy. I've felt this before. In November of 1938, I was translating documents in Leipzig, Germany, written by a purported Crusades-era necromancer. There also, I felt a sense of impending chaos. Soon after was the Kristallnacht, the wellspring of a new world war.
Master?
Where to?